Good morning, guys. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If today is the first time of watching our videos, we'd like you to subscribe. Just click the subscription button and subscribe to our videos so that when we post any, you will have notifications. If you've been an old-time watcher, you should always like our videos, make your comments, and thank you. Today we'll be talking about how to educate our children about sexual abuses. Now, it's so disheartening that in as much as a lot of sensitization has been created, in fact awareness is still going on for sexual abuses, how to prevent it. The honest truth is that this issue is still happening in our society. Now, what do? We shouldn't or ever relent on sensitizing people around us, our children, everyone, about things and ways they can prevent sexual abuses. So today we'll be giving you different steps on how you can educate your children about sexual abuses. Now, first and foremost, we'll talk about speaking to them about their private parts that are private. A lot of parents, guardians, siblings, caregivers, people around children, they mostly don't talk about the private parts to the children. They don't educate them. You call a little child, a 4-year or 5-year child, and the child is telling you that this part is my bum bum, this part is my wee wee. Now, those things are not nice, because a child that is being molested, from statistics, most times, our own experience that we've seen, these children don't even know their private parts, and when that part is actually being molested, they don't even know, they don't know what to say. So educate your children, tell them the meaning of the private parts. In fact, they should know their names. Like when we go for sensitization, or when I'm doing sensitization, I explain to the children, I educate them, I tell them that this part for a female is called your breasts. It is your private parts. And this part is called your vagina. It is your private part. It is not called your bum bum, your wee wee. It is your private part. It is called vagina. You go over to the buttocks. This is your buttocks. It is not called bum bum. Or now, a child that has been violated, a child that was sexually violated, the man penetrated to the vagina, does not even know the vagina and the buttocks. They don't know the difference. And some of them that it was through the buttocks, they still call it my wee wee, my vagina. Now, our children should be taught on daily basis their private parts. When you tell them, they know it. It should be a natural or neutral thing that when you walk up to a little child and say, "What? No, this is my breast, this is my vagina, this is my bum bum." And in River State, the government has, through our VAPLO, private parts are not just the breast, the buttocks, and the vagina anymore. Your mouth is your private parts. Your armpit is your private part. In fact, any part that can be penetrated, it's your private part. So you should also tell your children, educate them, let them understand and know that these are my private parts and it should not be touched. Now, when you have succeeded in explaining to them their private parts, you tell them why it is called private. Private means you cannot touch. It is personal to me. It is my own. It is a private thing. No one should have access to it. No one should touch. So when your child knows that my private parts shouldn't be touched, which is my breast, my buttocks, my mouth, they know that it shouldn't be touched. It is private. It is for me. Of course, you see them defending themselves. You know, children are very smart, and it is what we teach them that they imbibe in themselves. In fact, it is what we teach them that they grow up with. That is what they learn. Teach children their boundaries. When children know their boundaries, it helps them. You tell your child, no uncle is allowed to touch you on your breast. You even tell your male child, not just the female children, because the male children, when they grow up, if they are not taught well, most times they are the perpetrators of this evil act we're talking about. So the boy child and the girl child should be taught simultaneously. Both of them should understand that these are their private parts. For the boys, you let them understand that these are your private parts and it shouldn't be touched. And you, as a male, cannot also touch a girl's buttocks. You cannot put your hand into a girl's vagina. You cannot touch a girl's breasts. Let them understand. Be that explicit. Don't hide it. Don't hold it. Don't make it like, oh, they've not gotten to that age. This is the age you need to teach them. Catch them young, so that when these things come up, they already know. For the girl, you're telling her that no uncle is permitted to touch your breast. No uncle is permitted to tell you, come, let me kiss your mouth. No uncle or auntie or anybody, be it your uncle, be it your brother, be it your sister, be it your father, anyone, because things are happening. Now, when a child is this aware, educated about this, you see that so much awareness has been created, and when these kind of things happen, they'll be able to help themselves. They'll be able to jump out of it. They don't need to wait for their mom to come for them to be able to leave it, because they already have the awareness. Then another thing is, first and foremost, we've said that you should teach them the private parts, let them know the names of their private parts. Then secondly, we said you should tell them why these private parts are private. Then thirdly, we have said teach them the boundaries. They should know their boundaries, know that this place is my private part, this person is not supposed to touch it, these are the boundaries that has been laid. And even for the guys, let them know, the boys, let them know the boundaries. Let them know that, okay, fine, I'm not supposed to touch a girl's breast, I'm not supposed to touch a girl's uterus, I'm not going to put my hand in a girl's vagina. Let them know. Then we also need to talk to them about their elder ones, their seniors, people that are above them, older than them, because the thing about children is they tend to look up and have this fear and respect sort of for their seniors, and most times they're not able to say no to them or resist them. So now if an uncle calls you and wants to touch your private part, you teach your children. You will say, no uncle, this is my private part, you cannot touch it, and no is no. But when a child doesn't even know all of this, they are not aware. Of course, you see a lot of things. That's why when you look at it, most of the times the perpetrators of sexual violence on children are people around them. People around them. Caregivers, parents, yes, parents, caregivers, friends, family, pastors, all sorts of people. And when you look at it, there are people around them. So when you teach them that these are your private parts, and you are 100% okay to say no to it, that's the right thing to do. Say no to anyone trying to touch your property. It's a senior, say no. You saying no does not mean that, oh, you've done something very bad. No, you are protecting yourself. So let us always speak up to our children. Let us also tell them the need to protect their private parts, the need and reasons why they can help to prevent themselves from being sexually abused. When you create this awareness to them, I believe that at least a child must have learned something. Children are very smart, they catch up easily. So when you tell them, you say, a child, say, don't touch my breast. My mommy said nobody should touch my breast. At least the perpetrator will be like, whoa, this child knows what a breast is. But when you say leave what is touching and he doesn't even know the meaning of what the person is doing, of course, it will do a lot of harm than good. I hope this video has helped you one way or the other. Please always subscribe to our channel, like our videos, and also share them and drop your comments. We will do subsequent videos on ways they can always get out of situations that has to do with sexual violence whenever they're around it. Thank you.